Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. As you can see, I've got my uniform on today, winter cleaning uniform that is. I'm feeling heaps better. I'm just slowly starting to come back to life again and learning how to walk again, believe it or not. It's still a bit of a journey, I've got to say. I've still got a fair bit to go, but I'm going to have hopefully a wonderful shave today. Now, Spencer spoke in his live shave about me using the Wintergreen from Stirling, Glacial Wintergreen, the Splash, the full works. And it wasn't, the weather's been shitty, it's been so cold, so wet, so windy. But today the sun's come out, it's a little bit better, the heat's coming in through the window, so I'm just going to give it a blast now before we lose the good weather again and the rain hits back. I've also got a new blade, which I'm really looking forward to use. I hope I hate it, because I'm pretty sure these are like unicorns, trying to get hold of these. And I'm just hoping it's not as good as I think it's going to be. But anyway, let's get stuck in. So for today is going to be Stirling Glacial Wintergreen. The scent on this, if you haven't smelled Wintergreen, it's a minty scent, but it's the best mint scent on the face of the earth in my opinion. Oh, it just smells like deep heat, the Wintergreen that they put into deep heat. And for muscle injuries and things like that, it's more of a placebo effect. I think you take it and it makes you feel better because it smells good. It smells phenomenal. It is actually a sort of pink colour. The Wintergreen, I believe, is a pink coloured essential oil. Now this is made, I believe, do not quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that this is made with, it is essential oils. It's not fragrance oil, so this is real Wintergreen. You can smell it's the real stuff. It smells incredible. Anyway, let's get stuck in. So the brush for today, I've been desperate to pull this brush back out again. I haven't used it for like a week. And I absolutely love this brush now. It's probably my favourite knot in the den at the moment, is the Turn and Shave 30mm whipped dog boar knot, which is super soft. And this handle that Milton has turned for me is off the charts stunning. Absolutely stunning. And he's actually making another one for me at the moment, not the same as this. Probably look similar-ish. This is just my sort of style, this is what I like. So straight into the dry soap. Now the other thing I love about this knot is I've lost like 3 hairs. And that's about it. I haven't lost many hairs from it at all. It's not a dense bow knot like the Omegas, it's not as stiff either. I don't know where, I think it's Larry over at Whip Dog. I don't know where he sources his knots from or whether he ties them himself. I really don't know, but I have not used a bow knot this good. It's almost, it feels on your face like a cross between a badger, a boar and a synthetic. It feels brilliant. It makes a lovely lather. I have not struggled with this knot at all since I've used it. I've been able to use it straight away, just soak it, lather it up straight on the face, and absolutely no issues at all. So I've been really, really impressed with it. It smells incredible. Now this, for me, is as cold as anything out there. I've tried Barrister Man Arctique. I haven't tried Chisel Face Cryogen, which I believe is supposed to be the coldest. But this stuff is freaking cold, and when you pair it with the Splash and the aloe vera or the witch hazel, it just blows your mind. If you've never had menthol before and you're not sure whether you like it, I would highly recommend that you steer clear of this and spearmint. The other glacial ones, the licorice, obsidian, and the other one, lemon chill, I'm not so worried about. They don't worry me so much. But for some reason, when you go minty, it gets even colder. Right, let's just scoop the excess out of the tub. There's not a lot of it, but we shall get it out. We don't want to be wasting any. Very firm soap, I find, Stirling. I mean, that's rock hard. So it's good. I never feel like well, actually, Stirling, you never feel like you're being ripped off anyway, because this menthol is phenomenal. You get 5.8 ounces, pretty much the same price as everyone else's 4-ounce tubs, and cheaper generally. They're generally cheaper. even tastes like wintergreen, the menthol. It's brilliant. So here we go with the 30ml Whipped Dog Boar. You can see how glossy that is, just that little bit there. My face is ice cold already. Jesus, this is thick. Right, let's start adding some water in. Now, I've been sort of happy during my time off when I've not been very well. I've been pretty much bedridden. I've got through a shit ton of videos, I've caught up with everyone's channels. I've enjoyed the banter, I've enjoyed listening to the stories and what people have been getting up to. This is freezing, like ice cold. I cannot emphasise how cold this is. Cold water shave as well. The water at the moment in the house is freezing cold. Well, not freezing cold, but very cold because of the weather we've been having. It's not been quite as warm. Smells phenomenal. Scent strength's massive on this. It's around about a 7 or an 8 scent strength. Now, I can never quite get the Glacial range to get as voluminous as the normal menthol range. Menthol does appear to affect the lather of most soaps, but I can still get this one to explode. It will get there, it just needs quite a bit of water. I really overloaded the brush, because why wouldn't you? My face is numb. Right, here we go. I can tell I've got the perfect amount of, well, not perfect, but I've got as close to perfect amount of water in the soap. Look at the gloss on that. My face is almost burning. It's that cold. I love menthol, but I've got a little bit soft of late because I haven't been using much of it. I went through a phase of using it every single shave. So this is going to be on my face a little bit longer while I talk about these. These were very, very, very kindly sent to me from Nils Long off of the Paste and Cut forum. I sent him a couple of plates for the Rockwell 6C that I still had lying around that the gentleman that wanted them never got back to me, and I'm looking forward to using these. Gillette Super Stainless, the spoiler. This is a little metal tin that comes in. I don't know when. Has it got a date on here? No, there's no date. There's the back of it. And I've got that loaded straight into my Karve razor. I mean, what else would I load it into? I'll just give you a look at the actual blades as well. Now these are made in the United States. So hopefully that focuses. It says on here, known the world over, Gillette US patents, made in the USA. So let's see how it feels in the Karve razor. Vintage blade, modern razor. I've got stuff up my nose. My face is on fire with the cold. It's phenomenal. rinses off beautifully in the water. I'm not sure what sort of era these blades are from. But I tell you what, the sharp and the smooth, in fact, I hate to say it, it's probably the nicest blade I've used in this razor. If any of you guys out there have purchased the Karve and you're a bit worried about where it is or waiting for it to be shipped and you bought it a while back, send me an email or a message on Instagram or Facebook. I'm not saying I get preferential treatment, but when I send them a message I generally get a pretty quick reply, generally, if you're not getting one. And I know that's not the way it should be done, but I'm just trying to help people out there that have purchased it actually watch the channel, just to make sure that the order's on the way and how close it is. So send me an email at anothercutabove@gmail.com, or you can find me on Instagram and Facebook. I think the links are actually on my YouTube page, for Facebook at least. Well, that was probably the smoothest first pass I've ever had. That blade feels incredible. And the funny thing is, it's slightly older than me, quite a bit older than me by the looks of things. My face feels like an ice cube. It is freezing cold. And I know now when I put the second lather on it's going to get worse. Or better, however you look at it. I don't want too much scrub on my face with this menthol, so I'm going to stick to sort of thinner lathers for the second and third passes today. I know the slickness is phenomenal on Stirling, so I'm not worried. Now, just so you know, I could actually spend a little bit of time, a bit more water, and actually build another lather with it, but I think that's perfect really for a second and third pass. Wow. Holy shit, these blades are phenomenal. You think the Karve's good, which it is. The Karve is phenomenal as well. And then you put a blade like that in it, and it goes to a whole nother level. That's freaking Baltic. I'm getting soft, I'm getting soft. The scrubbing actually feels quite nice because it feels like it's warming your skin back up again. So the lather's quite thin on this one, but I'm not worried about it at all. Oh, I really require now is slickness. Oh, so smooth. Now with this blade, I would have no problems going against the grain. The reason I'm not today is because it's so cold, I'm not feeling my skin. So I don't want to overdo it, press too hard. I literally can't feel my face, it is that cold. I can smell beautifully now when the sun blocked all my nose. Right. Incredible. Fucking hell. Woo. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh. Just blow some heat into the towel. Oh, Jesus. Woo. That is freaking incredible. If it's a roasting hot day where you are, it's definitely the stuff to have in the den. You don't even need the splash if I'm honest. All the splash does is just give the most intense cooling feeling you could ever get. Now, I think last time I went with witch hazel and aloe first. So here is the witch hazel and aloe. Looks like that. Massive bottle. How big is this? 200ml. Pochette feels tremendous. This stuff goes like crazy, mate. This goes like crazy, mate. The burn on this is phenomenal. Good splash it is. And it's a pinky colour as well, the same as the soap. Right, so straight away, I don't get nothing with this one straight away with the aloe vera and the witch hazel. It still smells brilliant, tastes brilliant. Woo! Here it comes. Here comes that cold, it's so cold it's hot. Fucking hell! Oh. So this is also Glacial, the aloe and witch hazel. So the menthol kick from it is off the charts. So the intense burn that you get from it, it's not actually a reaction, I don't think, it is literally from the menthol. It is so cold it burns. Right, that's the brush cleaned out. So I'll just give that a bit of a quick 1-2 buckle my shoe. phenomenal nut, it really is. I'm just going to rinse the soap out now while this is still drying. So let's say, I mean, I've got a little bit of redness there, and it's, like I say, when you use highly mentholated soaps, you do lose a bit of touch of your skin. You lose feeling in it, there's just no doubt about it. The menthol in this one especially is so strong that you can't help but lose a little bit of sensation for the touch. So you do tend to lean ever so slightly hard with the razor every now and then. And it's nothing major, but it does happen, and there's not much you can do about it. So that feels phenomenal now. I've got a nice, it's just cool now. There's no heat with it, it's not got that intense burn that you get from the menthol. So that menthol burn is gone now. The menthol's making my eyes water big time. And now I get to move on to the scary part, which is probably the bit you're supposed to start with, but because both of these are technically, they do a similar job, the witch hazel and the aloe help heal your skin, and then this helps sort of just burn the fuck out of your skin, I suppose. So, it smells brilliant. So as you can see with the colour of the lid, hopefully you can see that pinky colour, that's the colour of the splash. Now this is an alcohol splash. I think it smells brilliant. Here we go. Woo! Yeah, that is absolutely amazing, that smell. It is pure wintergreen. It is just beautiful. And here we go. Now this is probably 20 times as intense menthol as that. I'm not joking, it is. The burn is phenomenal. Oh. I'm about to pass out here. It's slowly turning to a warmth now from the intense burn. It's going to a nice warm burn. You're probably sitting there thinking, you're a fucking idiot. Why the hell are you doing this to yourself? How many times have you done this? This is probably about the 5th time. My eyes are watering up. My skin is just burning with intense burn. And like I say, this isn't a burn from a reaction. This is a burn from just pure extortionate, extravagant amounts of menthol. It is phenomenal. The burn is just off the charts. This is not for the faint-hearted, I can assure you right now. If you want an idea of how this burns more for me than pepper spray. I've been pepper sprayed in the last 3 months with 10%, which is really strong oleoresin capsicum spray, and this stuff burns more. That's how intense it is. You can see my face is actually warm. It's went a lot of red colour now all over. Now, it is literally, in my opinion, I think it's just all the menthol, because all that's in here, there's not much in here. Denatured alcohol, witch hazel, essential oil, aloe, menthol, glycerin and hydrovance. I think hydrovance is what allows it all to mix together. So it's very similar to what's in the witch hazel, if I'm honest. Witch hazel, aloe, distilled water, polysorbate, essential oil, menthol. It is pretty much the same ingredients, just with the alcohol kick. But the burn, whoo, is like nothing you can absolutely imagine. I couldn't even prepare you for it, I really couldn't. It's gone now. All I've got now is a beautiful menthol cooling sensation. My skin feels nice and refreshed. I feel refreshed. I look like I've been out in the sun and got sunburn. What a shave. Fuck, that was good. That was really good. You have to excuse all the French and all the cursing. It is very, very intense, and it's not something, like I say, I could prepare anyone for. If you want the most intense feeling menthol on the planet, get Stirling Glacial Wintergreen, or Stirling Glacial Spearmint. I would imagine would be pretty much the same, but this stuff is off the charts cold. My skin feels absolutely beautiful now. Like I say, I'm looking a bit rosy cheeked, but that menthol is just brilliant. So, Stirling Glacial Wintergreen. It's easily one of my favourite scents and favourite performing, and it's definitely my favourite menthol soap, just for the sake of this incredible experience you get from it. It's an experience that probably a lot of people wouldn't enjoy, because it's borderline pain. It really is. It is that cold. But it is outstanding soap, outstanding scent. It's unblocking all my, I'm a bit blocked up now because it's just so intense. But that feels great. Feels absolutely great. And even the splash, I mean, it's got a bit of skin food in there. It's good stuff. Brush smells phenomenal now. Phenomenal. 30ml Whip Dog Boar. Look at the knot, the way it sort of twists all over the place. I haven't used a knot that looks that crazy. It is starting to sort of, you don't really break these in as, well you do break them in, sorry you do. The ends will split on this, but they're super soft already. But you don't get much of a bloom on it because it's such a short lofted knot. There's not much loft on that at all. But I can assure you it's a brilliant working knot. It feels great on the face, it looks great. It's a good chunky looking knot. And I think this handle really accentuates how nice it is. Yeah, so the turn and shave handle. Whew. Oh, fucking hell, that's incredibly intense that, I tell you. The Karve razor. There is not much more I can say about this razor. There really isn't. The only thing I will say for head shavers out there, if this became your go-to head shaving razor, it would probably be a little bit easier with a longer handle. It's the only gripe I would say with the head shave, but otherwise that is spot on for me. So that's got the 3-inch handle and the C plate, which is 0.85 blade gap. I do have the other plates on the way. I can't wait to get them. Well, they're not on the way, but they're ordered. I can't wait to get them. I'm really looking forward to trying all the other plates and being able to sort of advise people a little bit better rather than saying, well, the C plate feels like this, so the D might feel like this and the B might feel like this. I'll be able to say, hopefully, and give a better idea of what it feels like to me based on other razors that I've used. The blade today has just knocked my socks off. It really has. Gillette Super Stainless. Vintage blades, I believe these are. I'm not 100% sure, but they look like they're vintage. I don't think Gillette have any blades now that get made in America, made in the USA. It was the best blade I've ever used. It's that good. And in the Karve razor, it took shaving to a whole new level there. It really did. I really, really enjoyed that. I mean, I don't know whether you guys can see, but the edge on that blade is just so shiny. Yeah, the edge looks brilliant on it. I know I can't really see it that well with my bare eyes. I'd love it, probably look better under a microscope, but it looks really, really perfect in the light. And then we moved on to Glacial Wintergreen Witch Hazel and Aloe Splash, which has got those ingredients in it. Very, very nice sort of warm burn from that, and then it cools right down very quickly. That one, the heat from that dissipates very fast, and then you get the menthol kicking in. It's unblocked all my nose. It's actually it's running everywhere. I'm struggling to breathe at the moment now. And then we've got the Glacial Wintergreen Splash, aftershave splash, alcohol splash. It's just an off the chart shave. My skin feels hydrated. It feels very smooth. The thing I'm finding with this Karve razor is, especially with blades like this, it's getting me almost BBS pretty much everywhere without going against the grain. I'm going across the grain, I'm going sort of at angles here. I mean, this is lovely and smooth. Obviously this bit's not so much, but it's still very close. It's getting me such a close shave efficiently without any real effort and no real blade feel. Doesn't even feel like it's cutting the hairs, if I'm honest, when you use a blade that's that sharp and smooth. And other than that, thank you very much for tuning in. I've got a parcel at the post office today. I don't know what it is. I'm still waiting on the soap coming from the Secret Artisan, the full tub. I thought that would be here today, but it's not. It's not actually on its way yet. Well, it's on its way, but it hasn't got here yet. I'm probably expecting that one tomorrow, but I don't know what that is at the post office today. It's probably nothing to do with shaving. It could be absolutely anything. But anyway, I'm looking forward to grabbing it, and if it's something shaving related, I'm going to be doing a head shave later on. I might even do a live one and make it sort of later and maybe catch some of the UK guys or whatever. I'm not sure. Catch some people. Even if I get a couple of people watching, it doesn't matter. I'm enjoying the live shaves. It's a good bit of banter, having a chat with the people and just answering questions and sort of being there live, so it's good. But other than that, stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. If you want menthol, grab Stirling, and I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.